What is up, fellow moto pilots? If there's one thing I've learned from the comments on my bike build videos on YouTube, it's this: build it your way. So if you own a bike, I'm pretty sure one of your favorite things to do on it besides riding it is to customize it. There's so many different directions you can go with everything you can do on these bikes. And the reason I'm making this video today is because when I've done these bike build videos, the comments have just been all over the place. And I'm also on multiple Facebook pages. Oh shit, ABS kicking in. Like I'm on some Harley Bagger pages, it's some 1000cc sport bike pages. And it just surprises me when I see these posts on there of people asking questions about doing mods on their bike. And I'm like, you know, some of them are like, if it's about performance, yes, I could see like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this to my bike, does this thing work, you know, like maybe putting a cam in your engine on this bike machine I'm running now, the Street Glide. But when I see people post a couple pictures of two different motorcycles, well, the same motorcycle in like two different colors, yeah, what color motorcycle should I get? I'm like, are you gotta be kidding me, man? Like, you are so unsure of yourself that you can't even decide what color bike to get? Like, that's just crazy to me. That's the post that comes to mind right off the top of my head. I've seen multiple posts by people asking the most basic questions about, you know, trying to get the support of the mass audience, I guess, on, you know, what kind of a move they should make. And I don't know, it just to me is like, you know, just do it your way, man. Do what you like. Who cares what everybody else thinks about what you're doing to your bike? It's your bike. Do it your way. And what really got me thinking down this road of build it your way was when I built my bobber from my Fat Boy, and it got thousands and thousands of comments, and it was just would crack me up because I'd see one comment saying, oh man, why did you use stickers on that bike instead of paint, you know, for the graphics? And then you'll see down literally the comment right below it like, oh man, those stickers are awesome, where'd you get those made at, can I get your source? And that happened for a lot of the different things I chose to do to this bike. Wow, this is cool, I've never been up here before. You know, it was like, why'd you use those stupid handlebars? Why would you put a Sportster gas tank on that bike? Now you just made a Fat Boy a Sportster. Why'd you use a soft tail chassis instead of a hard tail? Oh god, those rims are red, those are hideous. I mean, like, everything you can think about that I did to this bike, somebody gave me crap for it, but then you'd get other people that would praise me for it. And I'm like, when I'm building a bike, I mean, I have a vision that suits me, which obviously should apply to everybody. And it's just like, I'm gonna build a bike the way I see fit. It's so obvious that, like, look, man, it's your machine. You're the one that's riding it. You're the one that has to look at it probably every day. You're the one that's got to feel good about what you're doing. Like, how can you possibly even fathom, you know, getting advice from all these other people when, you know, you're not going to get, you're not going to get one, you know, everybody's going to say the same thing, advise you down the same road. I should have went in there, huh? I don't live there. There's a guy behind me opening the gate. But I guess some people just want to get some feedback, to feel they already know what they want to do, but they want to have that support of the YouTube audience or Facebook audience out there to make them feel comfortable with their decision. I don't know, I've personally, I've never thought that way. I've been building bikes my way, god, since, dude, when I started riding dirt bikes at, like, you know, when I had my first real dirt bike at like 12 years old, I mean, I was tearing it down, changing the color of the frame, doing every custom thing I could think of back then. And I wouldn't go to my brothers and be like, hey, like, do you think this is cool, what I'm doing to my bike? I have to admit, having a creative mind such as myself, because I am an artist, helps me, like, really make, you know, I can visualize things in my head before I do it, which is an advantage that I have. Okay, that's just something I thought about. Okay, I get that. But in the gist of things, I think everybody should just kind of follow their own instincts, and you know, they already know what they want to do most of the time going into it. You know, like, let's say you're thinking of an exhaust for your bike, whether it's a V-twin or a sport bike, you kind of already know what you want to do. But then, you know, you'll go on your Facebook page and you'll be like, hey, which one of these exhausts sounds better? Like, honestly, dude, like, everybody's gonna have their own opinion for the same exhaust. Everybody wants a different kind of sound. How can any of the answers to that question have any validity? You know, one guy likes one thing, another guy likes another thing. When it comes to looks, we all like a different look. Go with what look suits you best. One thing I just don't understand is why these people feel like just because you post a video on YouTube, we're looking for, you know, harsh criticism, your negative feedback. And I mean, some people are really harsh with their opinion, like, wow, why are you so upset about what I did with my bike? Like, I don't understand why that upsets you so much. Are you insecure? Are you jealous with the way it turned out? Or I don't know, I'll never understand it. So, you know, for the most part, I've learned to just kind of blow by those comments. They roll right off me. But just because you got an opinion about someone else's bike doesn't make it okay to just like blast them. I mean, what does that say about you? To me, I mean, you're really making yourself look bad more than anything. I mean, think about if you had a bike and you built it on YouTube and, you know, you were brave enough to post it up there. And let's say you happen to do like a really unique bike and everybody was blasting you for it. I mean, how would you feel about that? And don't get me wrong, I'm not whining at all about what happens with me. That's not it. I can take it. I'm very big on treat other people as you want to be treated, is my philosophy in life with everything, on how I treat people. But so many people are just like, they don't even think about that logic and just open their mouths and say whatever's on their mind. Like, you don't have to say everything that's on your mind just because it's on your mind. But I'm getting sidetracked. I wanted to make this video to hopefully get more people to just, like, when they have things they want to do to their bike and they're unsure about it and they're maybe worrying about what other people are thinking, like, don't worry what other people are thinking at all. Just do it. Pull the trigger on it. You're never gonna buy anything for your bike that everybody's gonna love anyways. It's not gonna happen. Now, for the most part, most of you probably aren't doing YouTube, so you know, you're not going to get exposed to a lot of opinions on what you do. It's mostly going to be your friends. I'll admit, like, I run stuff on my friends that I'm going to do to my bike, but I don't ask them what I'm going to do before I do it. I just tell them, hey, this is what I'm getting for my bike, for something to talk about. But yeah, I think what really made me decide to make this video was the comments that I get, and how one person will comment on one thing about how they don't like something on a bike that I built, and then I'll, you know, turn around and get more comments about how much people dig on what I did. And then when I see all these people on Facebook that are on these bike groups that are wanting to do something to their bike, but they don't know what to do, they want everybody to chime in on it. Like, really, man, you got to just do it. Do what looks good to you. Do what feels good to you. Don't worry about what other people think, and just build it your way. I will see you guys next video. Thanks for hanging out.